All right, we've got a watch in from Saltzman's Watches out of Rhode Island. Huge shout out. Thank you so much for loaning this in. First time I am reviewing a Zodiac. And the boxing is pretty nice, I have to admit. And we do get a little drawer here, which has the booklet. I'll show you that really quickly. Pretty nice. They definitely took some time. Got some quality stuff here. And yeah, I love the attention to detail there. Quick wrist watch check. This is my Timex Snoopy with that olive green dial on the really awesome Straps Co. distressed leather strap. Definitely go check them out. They did not ask me to sponsor this, but because I'm wearing it, I wanted to give them a shout out. So you simply just slide this box out. Got some padding on the top. It's textured, as you can see there. And we open it up, and they just give me a little bit of extra protection since it's coming from Rhode Island to the Philadelphia area. And here is the watch. This is indeed the Zodiac Super Sea Wolf. Now, I already took this off, so I mean, this isn't how they gave it to me, but just giving you guys an idea as to what an unboxing of one of these watches would feel like. But here it is. Beautiful watch. Here's the Zodiac tag. And Swiss made since 1882. So just give you guys a brief history of Zodiac while we're doing this. First of all, 1695. Yeah, it's a bit pricey. So definitely not a cheap watch, but I'm going to show you guys what Zodiac has to offer. But just a brief history. 1882, Zodiac was founded by a gentleman by the name of Ariste Calame. And that was actually in Lilac, Switzerland. So this is a true Swiss brand. Now, this brand does get some hate because back in the quartz crisis, 1970s, they fell under Zodiac, along with many other watch brands. And this brand wasn't reinstated until 2001 when Fossil Group, yes, the same group that makes... At least I have one. This one here is from about 20 plus years ago. Still have it. Still actually works. I just don't have a battery in it. But yeah, same company purchased the rights to Zodiac for, believe it or not, $4.7 million. That's amazing. Cheap. Very cheap, actually, for what you're getting. What's notable about Zodiac is the fact that they were one of the first brands to introduce the mass production of the sports automatic watch with the introduction of the Zodiac Sea Wolf in 1953. I'll post that picture here for you guys to see. Zodiac is really known for its vintage-inspired watches, and this one here is no different. This one here is definitely a vintage inspired from one of their lines from back in the 50s. Believe it or not, they were actually known for their very colorful designs, and this one here is definitely very colorful with your baby blue, orange, contrasting orange indices, or should I say numbers and slashes on the bezel itself. You're getting a mineral crystal on this bezel, and you're getting sapphire with some AR coating underneath the crystal for this. Very, very nice looking watch. It is a screw down crown. You are getting 200 meters or 600 and what is that? 660 feet of water resistance. The eyes are definitely going. I'm now in my mid 40s and 46 to be exact, and yeah, the eyes are definitely shot. I only wear like these dollar store glasses when I need to see up close. That whole 10 to 10 doesn't really give you, so I'm going to do this because I want you guys to see the nice font, and I'm going to do this. So I'm going to get you guys a closer look at this dial here. Sorry for the bumping into the stand there. So I'm going to wind this up. Very smooth winding motion, by the way. So there's actually contention as to whether or not this is an in-house movement. At the end of the day, I'm going to put the movement down below. You guys can decide for yourself. There really is no taking a look at the movement here. So I know it's an ST something something something, and there's definitely contention as to whether or not this is in-house or not. I don't want to get into that today, but just let you know that this is definitely accurate within 0 to plus or minus 20 seconds a day. I have to admit I'm a bit disappointed that this is reading 18 seconds a day. Considering the fact that you're paying almost $2,000 for a watch, I would like to have it a little bit more accurate. I'm not asking for chronometer certified or cost certified, but I am, I would expect this to be more dialed in. So that's going to be a zonk in my, in my opinion. There's your second hand running. I like the font, the Super Sea Wolf Zodiac symbol there. It is actually applied, which is a nice touch. I find that some brands have a tendency to just print everything on the dial, and I'm not a huge fan of that. I like the fact that they took the extra time to put a nice logo there above the printing there. Now you do get some very unique handsets here with you get a bunch of just, like for instance, the hour hand, it's just black and you got 2 blocks there. Your orange hand's got the rectangle with the loom. This is all going to be loomed, and I'm going to show you a loom shot. And then your second hand has that rectangle as well. So a bunch of rectangles, even your indices have a bunch of rectangles. It's just a very interesting design. I actually had a watch very similar from Heritor, and I'll put that review up above and you could check that out. That was actually a decent homage of the Zodiac Sea Wolf. So you can see that this watch has some significance, especially when you have, and that's not the only brand, by the way, that has produced a homage version of this. There are other brands. So, imitation is definitely the highest form of flattery. And it just shows that this brand does have a spot on the map when it comes to significant watches in horology. So kudos to Zodiac. And, there's going to be haters out there on every brand. And I'm going to tell you, the only reason why really this brand gets hate is because it took such a hiatus in the 70s and was bought by Fossil. Let's just be honest. Besides that, I think you're definitely getting a really true to vintage watch here with its quality. So when we turn it to its side here, I'm going to show you, you got some vertical brushing here. Okay. Very interesting lug design. It actually tapers down, so it's going to fit a majority of wrist. You do get huge lugs. The bracelet definitely is another highlight. The Jubilee, they did a really excellent job on this bracelet. And look at the clasp. So you get a dual or double butterfly, twin butterfly, whatever you want to call it. But you get a butterfly clasp, and you do have to do it in order. So you go 1, because this logo piece here is going to fit right over it, just like that. You do get push pins, as I'll show you here. You do get push pins, and at this price point, I can forgive that. But you do get an upgrade here. You do get the quick release, so you can actually take this bracelet off if you choose to do so, and you can put on another bracelet or strap. I'm going to give you guys some measurements of the watch itself. 20 millimeter lug width. The bracelet is going to taper down to right about a 16. Okay. Your case is going to be a 40. Not a real thick watch. You're looking at about right around 13 millimeters. Excuse me. And your lug to lug is going to be right around 49 millimeters. So a very wearable watch. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on wrist and show you guys what it looks like on a 7-inch wrist. again, we have to. And what you can do is if that gets on your nerves where like you want to fold this over first, you just simply take this off yourself, twist it around, and have your own orientation of how you want that. But there we go. So here it is on my 7-inch wrist, and I'll tell you what, it is definitely a stunner. Unlike any watches that you're going to have in your collection because of this color scheme. I love the fact that they are playful with their colors. And as you can see with the lugs, the way that they taper down like that really hugs the wrist and it prevents the spillover of the watch. So this can definitely fit smaller wrists as well, especially being a 40 millimeter in case diameter and also being 49 millimeters lug to lug. Very wearable specs, and kudos to Zodiac for doing that, because this can fit a wide array of wrist sizes. I'm going to just take this tag off. Alright, so with a little bit of video magic, it is all of a sudden gone. No more tag. It's just going to be easier to show you guys. So here's the Jubilee. The Jubilee is done, or should I say Jubilee-like, because Rolex does own the rights to the name Jubilee. So this is a Jubilee-like bracelet. We've got the brushing on the edges and then the polishing down the middle. Just done very nicely. Let me show you guys the case back. And because this is a quick release, it gives you guys just the option of really just... it's a nice option. You know, it really is, because then we can quickly trade off straps, and it just makes life so much easier without actually having to have tools and scratching up your lug. So really nice upgrade there. But here is your case back, Swiss made, Zodiac 1882. Very simple. It looks like it's like oil pressed. I don't know if it's oil pressed, but it's definitely pressed into case very nicely. This is like sandy texture, and then you've got the polish in the center, and then there's your water resistance. But yeah, and in order to get the case off, you just need a standard tool. You're going to grip it in there, but at the end of the day, you have no reason to remove this unless you are a watchmaker. So no batteries to change in this one here. Of course, if you want to see the movement, yeah, you would. So as I said, this is a screw down crown. We listen to the winding action. Got a good grip on the crown itself, and you got the Zodiac sign on there as well. We'll take a look at setting the time. So we got 1, 2 clicks. It will hack the movement, meaning that the second hand will stop. Let me get that second hand to pass the 3, because that square or the rectangle will actually cover that date window pretty well. And I want to show you guys, again, I'm a sucker for detail. Where does it change? Wow. I mean, basically almost spot on. I mean, that's the attention to detail that I really do appreciate. So nicely done there. It's very, very good feel. I mean, you got a little bit of play there when it comes to going either way. It's got a little bit of that rubbery feel. I don't know how to explain that, but it is tight though as soon as you make engagement. Yeah, but you get that little bit of play, and then changing the date, you're going to click it out one position, and then you can hear it. It sounds like quality, feels like quality. Doesn't feel like you're, setting a $500 watch. I mean, this is definitely a quality feel watch. 120 click bezel. Sounds nice. So if you're looking for a watch that is colorful, has a lot of history, and really has nice touches to it, I think this is a nice watch. Now, I think the price point here is a bit high, especially for the fact that you're not getting the most accurate movement. And, you know, at the end of the day, like, the engine is really what powers these watches, and that's really what you're buying. And I think in this case, yeah, you're getting a quote-unquote in-house movement that's accurate up to 20 seconds a day, and it's really pushing that, right? It's at 18 seconds at least on this one, and you're beating at 28,800 beats per second, or per hour, I should say. So, I don't know. I'm torn with this one. I mean, I really like the looks, but me personally, I would definitely try to find these a little bit cheaper. But that's my opinion. I'd love to hear your opinion down below. So there you go, guys. The Zodiac Super Sea Wolf. Beautiful watch indeed. But I'd love to hear your opinions down below. So definitely let me know what you think of this watch. And also let me know if you think I'm a little bit harsh on the review. I would love to hear that. And yeah, God bless everyone. And I'll see you guys next time on Average Joe Watch Reviews.